Hi guys, welcome to the hot mess that I am and the delicious food we're going to create tonight. Tonight we're going to make an American version of Korean pancakes and Korean bowls. Our family really enjoys it. It's a lot of chopping, and I usually always do that early in the morning. I do it pre so that I don't have to work so hard. Otherwise, I would be cooking for 3 hours and they would not get their dinner. So we've done a lot of stuff ahead of time. First off, let's start with getting our meat marinated. So this is beef. I froze it and then I thin sliced it and then defrosted it in the refrigerator. Now, normally I make my own marinade, but I did not think about the fact that the things that I can get normally any place can be found at some of the grocery stores in Texas. They're not easily found up here in the East. And so I went to go get some gochujang. I'm terrible pronouncing words, guys. Anyway, I couldn't find any. I should have ordered some. I didn't realize I was out. And so it was just a big disaster of things. So the marinade usually has like light sodium soy sauce, 2 cups, 2/3 of a cup of brown sugar, 3 tablespoons of the gochujang, gochujang, 2 tablespoons of grated ginger, 8 cloves of minced garlic, and 1/4 of a cup of toasted sesame oil. So this is very comparable. This is Korean barbecue sauce and marinade. So this is very comparable. So we're going to use this today. Not my favorite to use something that's already made in a jar, but here we are. So we're going to pour about half of it on this, and then we're going to put the rest of it on our tofu. So you want to marinate this at the beginning before you start cooking. It only needs to marinate a short time. It does not need to marinate multiple hours. So you can do this when you get ready to cook. So we're going to set this over here next to where we're going to be cooking in the wok. Let me go ahead and put the rice, getting the rice to... So the tofu, you need to take it and press it, because if you press it, you get the moisture out. You can get it crispier and it'll be much tastier. So we're going to take, I put it between 2 things. I weighed it down. I put paper towels on it to soak up all the moisture. And you can see it shrinks about to 2/3 of the size it was to start with. So I like to cut it in wedges like this. I am sorry, I'm going to hold my finger up because I stabbed myself with a knife accidentally. So always use good kitchen etiquette so you do not end up like me. So we're going to dop it in here. And you can see how dry it is. There's no moisture coming off it. That's highly important when you're using tofu. No matter what you're cooking with, when you make tofu, if you use that press method, it takes about an hour to an hour and a half for it to come out, all the water to come out. You will be pleasantly surprised. And for those of you who don't like tofu, just, sing a song while I'm talking about this. Okay, so I'm going to put it in there. We're going to pour the rest of our Korean barbecue sauce on it. So I'm not stuck with this stuff. Let me taste it before I despair it. Oh, it's not bad. It tastes like preservatives, but other than that, it's not bad. Let me go wash my hands now that I licked my fingers. That's gross. I really don't like licked fingers. Okay, so we're going to set this over here so it can be soaking up the flavors. Whenever I do something, whatever I do to meat, I do to the tofu. I find that it's nice to have similar flavors. So those of people that like both meat and tofu can put it on their food, and it isn't a drastically obnoxious flavor. Okay, let me wash my hands real quick. Okay, so we got our meat, and our tofu is marinating away. Now the next thing I want to do is mix up our Korean pancakes. These are delicious. The day after, 2 days after, cold, hot, any way you want them, they're delicious. So first thing you need to do is you need to get yourself 2 cups of yellow potatoes, and you have to drain them. And I'm going to show you. See in the bottom here, all this liquid? You do not want that in your Korean pancakes. So you're going to dump that in there. Yes, they always turn brown before you make them. It doesn't matter. It's fine. Then those were yellow potatoes, golden potatoes. 2 cups shredded. You're going to shred 2 cups of zucchini and 1.5 cups of carrots. Those are going to go in there. This is a great way to get your kids to eat vegetables. Even your picky kids will like it. I have some picky eaters and they love them. Let me put on a glove. That way I don't have to keep holding my finger up, looking like a crazy person. Okay. My daughter is now laughing at me. I also want to say huge thanks to everyone that's subscribed to my YouTube channel. Those of you that haven't, I'd appreciate if you would. Also, next week we're doing shrimp taco bar. That is one of my husband's favorite tacos, is shrimp tacos. And it's really easy. And everybody's going to be like, why haven't I been? I mean, really, seriously, guys, you're going to love it. It's like, I really don't want to make guacamole. I just don't want to do it. Make shrimp tacos. You'll see next week. It's a lovely thing to do. Okay, so we got this in here. Now we're going to add to this. What did I do with it? We're going to add to this. What did I do with it? Oh, no. Where did I put it? Hold on a second, guys. I'm losing my mind. I'm looking for my green onions. Oh. Guys, I've had one of those days. Okay. We're going to add 4 green onions chopped up and 1 red pepper chopped into here. It's good that my personal assistant knows me and knows when I've had a rattled day. I went to every store in the local vicinity looking for that stuff, and so now I'm like a weirdo. Okay, now we're going to add to that. You want to evenly put 2 cups of flour. So I like to sprinkle a little, mix. I use my hands, it's much easier because you want to cover it. And the word for Korean pancakes in Korean actually means dusted in flour. I thought that was very interesting. As I throw stuff everywhere. That's kind of how my day's gone, guys. I've been throwing stuff everywhere. This morning I broke 2 glasses doing dishes. That should have been my sign just to sit down and read. Okay, so we got our flour all covering them. You want to make sure it's covered evenly because you don't want to have gloopy pieces of flour in here. So it's important to get all your vegetables covered with it. It's nasty feeling. It's gross. It's like breading things. So just a warning. So I'm going to wash my hands real quick. And clean up my counter so I'm not accused of being messy cook that I am. Okay, so the next thing we're going to add on to this is we're going to add about 3/4 of a cup of water. Withhold 1/4 of a cup because you may need it later to add if it needs more moisture. And we're going to add a teaspoon of salt. That's not salt, that's pepper. Teaspoon of salt. And 1/4 of a teaspoon of black pepper. Then we're going to take an egg and you're going to whisk it up good before you put it in. Guys, we're almost done. All you have to do is fry them after this. and devour them. That's the next thing. Okay. Pour your egg around. Let's see. I think I have another spoon over here. I have lots of wooden spoons. Okay. Now we're going to mix it up good with the water and the egg and everything. And you want to get everything moist. You don't want any dry flour in there, so make sure you mix it really good. But you do not want to have it like sitting in water. You don't want that. So this is what it looks like when it's finished and it's ready to cook. And that's it. So we're going to set it to the side, and then we're going to get our vegetables ready to saute for our Korean bowl, because we're going to want to be doing that while our pancakes are cooking. So, also I made this ahead of time because it needs to sit for several hours. You can make it and eat it right away, but it does better. So this is a spicy soy dipping sauce for your Korean pancakes. It's 6 tablespoons of low sodium soy sauce. Can't say the two. 4 tablespoons of rice vinegar, seasoned or unseasoned, whichever you like. 2 tablespoons of finely chopped onion, 4 cloves of minced garlic, and 1 jalapeno thinly sliced with the seeds in it. So it is spicy, but it's very delicious. So we're going to set it to the side over here to serve with our pancakes. Okay. Now, our mushrooms, we're going to add it's assortment of mushrooms. On top, you see oyster mushrooms. Underneath is shiitake mushrooms. I was trying to remember what I put in there. So you just slice them up. Now you're going to put 2 teaspoons of brown sugar. When I do this, I just pour it over the top of the vegetables, because when you put it in the saute thing, they get all mixed together. But it's easier to have it in here when you're putting it into the skillet and not try to add it to the skillet after you add it. Add the vegetables. I'm sure there's probably some Korean grandmother rolling over right now thinking, no, you cannot do it that way. But that's the way I do it, guys. Okay, I need to get another teaspoon here. 2 teaspoons of soy sauce. So we don't add salt to these. And I forgot to get my mirin. Hold on a second, guys. Where is it? Oh, crap. It's down in the basement. Yeah, can you go get my mirin? It's M-I-R-I-N. It's right there on the left in the basement on those shelves. Okay, I'm sending my trusty assistant to go get this. She will walk across. Okay, so we're going to add some mirin after she shows up. And you guys, welcome to my cluster of mess. Okay, next we're going to do our carrots, which you want to do about a cup of them julienne. So what I'm showing you is for like 4 people. We're going to add to this 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt, and a dash of soy sauce. You don't have to, but I like to. Okay? Then our spinach. I have spinach. It's a, was, okay, we're not using mirin. I don't have any mirin and I didn't see any at the store. You put 1 tablespoon of mirin, which actually is like a liquor. So we're going to use, in place of it, I think, could you look in the liquor cabinet and see if I have some? I think I have sake in there, out there. Oh, then I don't have any sake. Okay, so you can use some, you can also use Marcella wine, which is similar but not exactly the same as mirin, but it'll work. So we'll put that on there. This is like cooking by the seat of your pants, making it very American. Okay, we're going to add some salt to our spinach, just a little bit. Goes a long way with spinach. I like to put a dash of soy sauce on it. Now that I've made you guys seasick, wondering what the heck I'm doing. Okay, then we got broccoli, which you need to cut up into little tiny pieces, little clove heads there, because you're only sauteing it for a short time until it's al dente. So you need to make sure you don't overcook it. Okay. So we're going to put, let me keep it. Why don't I just keep these things up here? 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt and a splash of soy sauce. We are going to, I also did baby bok choy, which is a lovely thing. We're going to season it just like we would our spinach. 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt, a little splash of soy sauce. Yes, I own a lot of silver bowls. We have zucchini, and we julienne cut it so that it'll cook quickly and you can keep it al dente because you don't want it slimy. That nobody wants slimy anything. Okay, just a heads up on that one. No slimy stuff. So everything we're cooking, we cook about 30 seconds to 2 minutes. Not a whole long time. Okay, add some salt. Add some soy sauce. Set aside. We have bean sprouts. And we're going to add 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt to bean sprouts. And you notice the things that we add more salt to are those that need more salt. Those that don't absorb it quickly. Okay? And then we have some. Okay, we're going to wait a second, guys. I got to start the rice. I'm going to pour it in. Shoot! Sorry, guys. That just, yeah, I've never had it do that.
There's a fire going in there. I see it, Mom.
It wasn't. It put it out. Okay, we need to bring the rice back to a boil. And then we'll cover it and turn it on low. Okay. That's just par for my day. Okay, where was I? Oh. We have julienne peppers. I use mini peppers, so I did red, yellow, and orange. You can do whatever you want. You could do just red, just yellow, whatever suits your fancy. 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt and a splash of soy sauce. Okay, so we have all of those that we're going to cook. But before we start cooking those, we're going to cut up some stuff that goes on top. But when I cook from longest to shortest. So I'm going to start with my carrots, and I line them up, and I end with the meat. So I'm going to start with my carrots, and then I go to my broccoli, and then I go to my peppers, and then my zucchini. And then I'm going to do mushrooms, bok choy, spinach, and then bean sprouts, and then I do my meat. That's just because I do it that way, because then if I have anybody that does not eat meat, I don't have to worry about them being upset because meat has been in the skillet. So I do the meat last. Because then this way you can cater to anyone that is at your table. Okay, so we're gonna, to go on top of your Korean bowls, we're gonna fry an egg. You can have it over easy, or you can have it well done, like I like mine well done. Kimchi. We're gonna do some mango. I have 2 here in case one of them is not good, because you never know with mangoes. So I'm going to show you the way I cut mangoes up. There's lots of different ways, but I find this is the easiest way for me. Forgot to get a spoon. It looks good, doesn't it? Yeah, it's fine. So you cut off the side, you take a spoon and you go around the side like this, because we're going to slice it, and takes it right out. If you want to dice it, you can dice it and then take it out of the peel, but we want to slice it. Yeah. We might as well do both of them. I'm going to leave this. I'm just trashing that. There's not enough meat left on that to do anything with. So this is a really easy way. I learned this when I was down in Mexico cooking for the mission team. And I learned it from one of the old ladies that lived down there. She showed me this little trick. And I was like, I'm going to file that away in my head. You do the same. You can do the same thing with kiwis, because it's a lot easier to do it. Okay. Now we're going to thinly slice it. So you can cut it across like this, and then you're going to slice it up. Because you never know until you bite into a mango if it's sweet or if it's sour. So you don't want too much of it on your. And it sounds really, I was like, the first time I made this, I was like, I am not putting mango on my bowl. But guys, it is such a sweet, it is so nice of a, it cuts the richness.
Yeah, it adds like another element, like a fresh.
It adds a fresh note.
Yeah.
Which is really nice. So we're going to get this cut up. You can have, people put all kinds of things on their bowls. So this is just what our family does. You can add anything else that you can think of that would go with it. So we got that. Let me wipe this off. And then we're going to do some avocado. Okay. Make sure I've been throwing stuff in there. Now for avocado, when you're going to slice it up, we don't want to cut our hand. I mean, I already have a stab wound. I don't need another wound. So we're going to go around it 4 times, and then it comes right off the seed. Then you're going to take your knife and peel, grab a hold and peel. Sometimes it'll come all the way off. Sometimes it won't. Sometimes it just sticks. Sometimes you have days like I did where everything you touch goes south. That's what's happened today. It's been a south day. It's okay. Tomorrow's another day. I have a busy weekend coming up. So let's see. I want to thank everyone that subscribed to my YouTube channel. I don't remember if I said that or not, seeing how I seem to be all over the place tonight. So we're going to put the avocado in there. Some people don't like avocado. That's okay. You don't have to put it on there. My daughter thinks it tastes like nothing. Of course, she thinks cilantro tastes like soap, which I know there's people out there that think the same thing. Nothing wrong with that, guys. Okay, so we got our avocado ready. So we got our toppings ready. We got our dip ready. You also have sriracha to put over the top. And I have black sesame seeds and regular sesame seeds that people can sprinkle on top of their bowl too. So you can see you have a lot of choices, and nobody in my family makes the same bowl. Everybody does a different bowl. So there's nothing wrong with that, guys. So Izetta's going to move the camera real quick for me. Alexa, Set a timer for 10 minutes. I should have been heating this up. Why is my, hold on. Just a minute, guys. I have to clean up my water explosion. Nothing wants to work.
No.
It's only doing half the burner. Hold on a second.
That's gonna fall off where you have it.
No.
I'm not showing you that all this.
Oh, good. Okay. Okay. Now you have to heat your wok up screaming hot. Screaming hot, guys. It has to be very, 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 very hot. You cannot. Let me get the griddle going. The griddle can be on medium. We're going to heat the griddle, but the wok has to be very hot before you put anything in it, or it will not cook correctly. That's part of what makes Asian food all the different types. Oh, that's what makes Asian food Thai, Korean, Chinese, Japanese. What makes it good is they get their wok screaming hot. I like a cast iron wok because it's not nonstick, but guys, when it's hot, it doesn't stick. Okay, and you also have to make sure you use plenty of sesame seed oil when you do it. So you'll see what I'm doing when it gets hot there. We're gonna let it heat up real quick because, and I like to put my hand over it, kind of feel. Yeah, it's getting there. So you're going to keep it on high the entire time you're cooking in it. Okay, the entire time your wok should be on high. Not if you're not, the first time you cook in a wok, it's very disconcerting. So I remember the first time I cooked on it, I was like, I'm gonna turn it down. Well, guess what? It didn't turn out. So I'm letting you guys know ahead of time. It has to be very, very, very hot. And I also leave soy sauce out for people to put on if they want it. Okay, let's see what we got. Put a little bit of, oh man, I got a swimming pool over here. I really made a mess. Okay, let's put some, drizzle your oil on the side so it runs down. Oh, I can smell it. And then I usually will throw one piece in. See how it's not sizzling? If it's not sizzling, it is not ready. Okay, this is getting hot. Let's see if we can get some pancakes going. Some.
Your rice? Did it turn off?
No, it's on. It's on low. It has to cook on low. Okay, we'll put some pancakes on while that's starting to heat up. Ooh, I may want to get a thing and get some of that oil out of there. Well, I forgot that in a house that I live in now, guess what, guys? The floors are, nothing is level. Nothing. Sometimes I forget that. I'm going to try to bring some of this oil up here where I need it. Okay, it looks like our wok's just about ready. I made that one a little thick. If you make them thinner, they cook faster, but I seem to not be doing that. Okay, we wash my hands and we'll start using our wok. We'll be lucky if this meal turns out with my luck today. Okay, so just kind of put it in. Get yourself 2 things, and you want to be constantly moving it. I don't know what happened to that guy. I guess he didn't get broke up good. Well, he's just going to be a big one. Yes, it smells so good. I know I said to move that constantly, but I'm being bothered by something I'm seeing over there. So I'm going to try to get... Where's my top? The top to my baster. Oh, here it is. I'm going to take some of this oil out of here, guys, because it's bothering me. Since I have a gas stove, we do not want oil going out onto the where the flames are. No, I don't need a fire after everything else I've done today. Okay, so I got to get rid of that oil. I'll get it in there. Okay, let's finish this off. Our carrots are looking good. You want to cook them until they're about, they start to look, they change color. They will change a little bit of color. That's when you know they're ready to take out. They won't be that vibrant color. They'll be kind of a dull orange, I'd say. Let's check these guys. I seem to be making a mess. Oh no, they're still okay. Okay. So let me get a fork. I used to be able to know this because I used to make this dish on like every once a month. Nope, not quite done. So I was like always knew exactly how long to leave stuff. It was like second instinct, but it's been a while. It's probably been a couple years since I've made this. Look at those pretty babies. Nope, not done. I think I need to turn it just, no, I'd rather them cook slower so they'll cook through the center. Okay. Yeah. The pancakes, you'll find that they cook better if you let them cook slowly. Then they'll cook completely through. Otherwise, you could end up with some raw potatoes in the center. Yeah, the carrot. So I start with the ones that take the longest, because then by the time I get to the end and my patience is getting short, they don't cook as long. No, that's not why. I cook them because they'll stay hot longer. So when we take them out, I put a piece of tin foil over them and I sit them over so that they will stay hot until we serve. Because I am all about keeping my food the temperature it's supposed to be. Let me check these guys and see how they're doing. No, not quite. Not quite yet. Nope. Okay, kids, so you can see the carrots are starting to get a little browning on them. That's a good sign that they're probably, yep, those are good. So when I take them out, I try to make sure that I let the oil drip off of them. You don't want a lot of oil on them. And if I have enough oil, I don't add oil when I go to the next vegetable. Just depends on what you're cooking. Some things soak up more oil than others. So you want to be careful about that. You don't want it to turn out too greasy. And I do try to get all the vegetables out, but sometimes they get mixed. People don't usually have too much of a problem. So we're going to pour our broccoli in. Let that get going there. Add a piece of tin foil. Move this guy over here. As you can see, I have no oil left. I have to add more oil because broccoli uses all the oil. Alexa, turn off. Let me check my rice because I usually know when it's done, but oh dear. I don't think we had enough. I need water. Hold on, guys. I got to add some more water. Seeing how somebody boiled it all out, we're going to add some hot water while our get our broccoli going here. And see how the broccoli's starting to change colors? That means it's close to being done. Also, remember the heat from your vegetable with the tin foil over it will continue to cook it a little bit. Guys, you need to take that into account when you're doing this so you don't end up with mush. Also, the reason that the Asian cultures do that is because you get to keep the nutrients, which is something very good that they do in their cooking. Okay, let's let that cook a little longer. And put some tin foil over this. There we go. Add some more oil. Add your peppers. Toss them around. Check our potato pancakes. Oh, those are looking good. Almost too good. Oh, I think I need to turn the back up some more. Ooh, that got hot in there. Ooh, these peppers smell delicious. Okay, our peppers are done. See how fast they got done? Because they don't take as much cooking. So you have to pay attention because not everything has to get cooked the same length of time. Oops. You also have to remember cast irons get hotter and hotter and hotter. Of course, at a restaurant, when they cook your food, they keep theirs hot all day long. Okay, we're going to add a little bit of oil, not too much. And we're going to add our zucchini. This makes a wonderful bar food, set up as a bar so people can go around and just get what they want. Take some of this oil, put it up here. Okay, turn this one down a little. Okay, let's put this guy over. We're gonna move these guys up where it's hotter. Let me take care of this, guys. Woo, it looks like that's almost done. Look at how good that is. It's looking really good. Get ourselves some more pancakes on there. Oops. Okay, let's take our julienne cut zucchini out. I don't know why I'm doing that. I put a spoon over here so it'd be easier for me to get them out. That would be smarter. I am not very efficient with those kind of tools. I wished I was. I've watched cooks with it and it makes me so jealous, but I am not that person. Okay, more oil. And we're going to add our mushrooms. These take a little longer to cook. Probably should have done them before I did the zucchini. Need some more. They also soak up a lot of oil. Look at the giant sized bottle of sesame seed oil I can find up here. Oh, those are starting to look really good. Okay, let's check our pancakes. Now that our grill is nice and hot, we don't want to overcook them. Or maybe I should rephrase that. We don't want to burn them. Okay, those are fine. Toss our mushrooms around. In mushrooms, you can kind of tell when they're finished because they let off their water. Although shiitakes and oyster mushrooms don't hold as much water as other mushrooms. Your white mushrooms are going to be way worse, and then portobello are less, and then these are even less. These have a wonderful, almost meat-like texture to them when they're done. And as you can see, they shrink way down. So those are done. We're going to take them out. Put them in our bowl. Okay. Put the lid over it. Add some more oil. Whoops, wrong bottle. Check. Time to take them off. Move these guys up. Huh? It's a smaller burner. So it doesn't get as hot because it's smaller. I know when I said 2 cups of potatoes, it didn't seem like very much, but you can see it makes a lot of potato pancakes. Although none of them will go to waste at my house. Okay. Now let's add our bok choy. It's going to go pretty quickly. I did. Bok choy is wonderful to make a miso butter with and to grill it. It turns out delicious. It has a nice crunch to it, so it adds a nice dimension to your bowl. Let's see how just a tiny bit longer. When unsure, use a fork. I know that's very Western of me, but here we are. I love to cook other cultures' food as close as I can, but there's no way to do it exact because my grandmother was German, and so I didn't learn these things from. You don't learn these kind of stuff from them. You have to learn the cultural cooking from the people that do it. Okay, so that's on there. Let's check our potatoes again. Oh, those look done. Runaway potato pancake. Okay, move these guys up. Okay, add some more oil. We're going to add our spinach. No, our spinach is last. These guys go really, really quick, and so does spinach. So you just want to do them until they start to turn clear. Okay, guys, that's not very long. Anything past clear, it's kind of like cooking shrimp. Shrimp turn pink, these turn clear. So make sure you don't overcook them. Overcooked bean sprouts are not tasty. But you don't want to have too much crunch. And you can see they put off a lot of water. Okay, those are done. We will add them. Once again, remember things continue to cook when you cover them. That's why you rest your meat. Take it out 5 degrees from where you want it. So if you want rare and you cook it to rare and then you cover it, it is going to not be rare. It's going to be medium or well, medium rare. Okay, let's let that water. I don't want all that water in there, so let's use our paper towel to kind of get some out of there. Throw that in there. Get ourselves some sesame oil. A little oil on these guys. I think they're ready to turn over. Yes, they are. Okay, add our spinach. So if you've ever been to a Korean place and you wondered why it took so long to get it out, now you kind of know. Because they have to cook all these things and then they put them in sections in your bowl. And I'm telling you, it's delicious because they put it in cast iron bowls and it makes crusty rice, like crispy rice on the bottom. Oh my goodness, it's so delicious. I don't have those things. If I did, I'd use them. Who knows? Maybe I'll invest in some. But as accident prone as I am some days, I don't know if that's a good thing for me to own something that's burning hot. So you just want to do your spinach until it's wilted. Take it out. Add some more oil. And then you're going to take your tofu out of the marinade. You don't want to put all the marinade in there. It would take forever to cook and get done and crispy. But that smells good, even if it isn't my marinade. Yeah. My marinade is a little more spicy than this one, but this will be fine. Yeah. And then you don't have to have I need more paper towels. Boy, I can tell I should have started like with 3 sets of paper towels for me today. Okay, let's see here. I think that guy's done. And that guy. And that guy looks done. This guy needs to cook a little longer. Okay. Paper towel. I need paper towel. I got to wash my hands, guys. It's grossing me out. I don't like sticky stuff on me. You do, but you have to be really careful. So I have a thing here because you don't want it to fall apart. So you have to be careful with it. Make sure you have plenty of oil in there. I have some other oil I'm going to add in here. It's some mushroom oil. So I'm going to add. So I have plenty of oil in there. Because you want it to crisp up. And the only way it's going to crisp up is if it's really hot and there's a lot of oil. So I kind of just like, see how I'm kind of putting it to the sides so it can cook. And you need to leave it alone. Let me tell you, that's the hardest part about cooking. So we're going to turn this down a little because we're going to cook our eggs on the griddle, but not right this minute. So the tofu takes a little longer to cook than the beef does because you don't want the beef like dead. So it takes a little longer to get this done. That's why I do the beef last. One of the other reasons I do the beef for last. Okay, let's put that there. Okay, so we'll put some. I'm not going to put tinfoil over the pancakes because I don't want them to get, I don't want them to get soggy. I'm going to take 2 of these bowls and wipe them out that I had other ingredients in to put my beef and my tofu into when they're done. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use these two glass bowls. And I can see it starting to, you want it to kind of caramelize onto the tofu. So you don't have to do that with the beef. The beef doesn't need that, but the tofu is not very good unless you do that. Maybe I should put that on my griddle. Uh-huh. I wonder if it'd do better on there. It's not. I'm going to transfer, guys, I'm going to transfer this over. Huh? Yeah, then I can do them at the same time. Ooh, I'm making a mess. I'm going to be cleaning this stove for hours tomorrow. But I am going to like the crispiness of this stuff. Woo! I guess there's still water left in that tofu even though I pressed it out. Yeah, maybe. I mean, it was pretty firm, so. Yeah. I think it'll do better over there. It'll get crispier. Okay, let's do our beef. I don't like to, and once again, I don't like to put all the marinade in with it. Sirloin steak is your best. But you can use any steak that you like. Sirloin just is a favorite. I'll wash my hands. Again, that stuff is sticky. Okay. See how this is doing. Oh yeah, that's better. Look at that. That looks better. That looks more like what it should look like. Now, kind of think about it. I think I do this in a skillet, a flat skillet usually.
Yeah, I can do that.
I don't think I usually do it in the wok.
And now we got the carbon steel.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Okay, let's get this going. We don't want to overcook this beef or I'll be in the doghouse. So you need to kind of smooth it out. So it's up the side so it can cook. Each of them can cook. And I just cook them till I don't see red on the outside. It's okay if it's a little pink on the inside, unless you're one of those people that's squeamish and like it completely cooked through. But they're really thin, so if there's no red on the outside, I doubt there's going to be any red on the inside. Kind of let them sit there and cook for a second. You don't want these guys to get too done. So you can kind of see when I turn them over off the side like this, you can see that they've already cooked. See that? Look at that. So I'm going to remove, whoops. Let's remove our tofu because I believe it's ready. Looks ready. And maybe that'll be an easier way for me to get it out. Oh, look at that. Okay, tofu's ready. I think our beef is close. Okay. I am going to call that done. You don't want to overcook it because if you do, then it gets tough. You don't want that. I'm going to cook it. Turn your wok off. Off, not on. Okay. Gets us some serving utensils over here. And we just use tongs and we just kind of go around them. So Izetta's going to come over and she's going to start making her bowl. Let me move the rice over there for her. No, I did. Just put a little bit. Oh, guys, you can hear me. I don't know, guys. Don't put too much. It might not be. Okay, there's serving utensils. Huh?
Really wide angle.
Okay. You like it? You want your egg easy over easy?
However, yeah.
Okay. It feel good. Yes, just dig in and make your plate. I'm getting your egg ready. We're going to make mine. My egg has to be dead, so mine has to be started at the beginning and it gets done last. Here, let me turn that fan down so we can take all the lids off. And we'll open them all up so that she can make her.
I know what I'm looking at.
So she can know what she's getting. We usually don't put utensils in each one of them. You just take a pair of tongs and just kind of go through and pick up what you want on your bowl. Okay, there you go. Excellent. Your egg is almost done, so you better hurry up, Missy.
I'm hurrying.
I'm not going to turn it over yet. Tell me when you're close.
I'm close, I guess.
Here, we can put this in the meat.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
That's okay. Okay, I'm turning it over.
Oh, I forgot these.
Are you ready?
Almost. I gotta get my meat on there.
Oh my goodness. She's so slow.
It took me a while to get this.
I broke your yolk.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay?
Here, I'm gonna switch it to close up camera and then they can see.
And that is what it looks like. You can build your own. You can put sriracha sauce on it or whatever you want. So, guys, enjoy your food and get yourself a good supper. We'll see you next week for shrimp tacos. Thanks for joining us.